Good morning, lovelies. Just begin wherever your body feels like it needs to. Lying down, seated, whatever you choose. And just notice how you're feeling. Are you feeling quite joyful and upbeat? Or are there things that are sort of dampening your mood? We all go through times where someone reminds us of something, worrying or stressful, and our mood sinks, and we kind of sit in that for a while. What I find is maybe just taking the dog out for a walk, being somewhere sunny, listening to some inspirational, wise words from somebody can really flip that and put you in a better space. And when we're in that space, we sort of tend to attract more happiness and joy, as is so with the opposite as well. It's nice to think that when you're on your mat, these four corners is a really safe, happy, relaxing space to be. So if you can put everything outside of these four corners, that's always a lovely way to think about it. Root yourself down. So much of our life can be very dictated from an external perspective, what goes on around us that affects us. When we come onto our mat, it draws us back inwards. It allows us to think about what's really important in life, and it is health and happiness, really, of your loved ones. Safety and security, and having enough food and water. They're the basics. So just thinking about what you're grateful for in this moment. And somebody said to me the other day, rather than just thinking of family and friends, think about something really specific, like the smile you had from your partner or your son or daughter the other day, or a giggle from a child, or just something you noticed that just really made you feel grateful. The specifics. So I'm starting to look out a little bit more for that. Check through your chakras. How are you feeling in all of your centres? Just glance at them. We'll start at the crown. How's the energy around the top of the head and the third eye? And then your throat. How are you communicating? How's your heart centre and your emotions and your compassion for yourself and others? And then our solar plexus and our sacral and root. Just a moment to glance. So we're going to start our stretches. If you're seated, just come into a lying position. If you're lying down, that's fine. So when you're ready, on the inhale, right arm up and over. Just letting that hand fall to the floor behind you. Toes lifted on the right side. Let's push into the heel and lovely stretch here with the foot flexed. And just how much space can you create in this side of your body? Sometimes we feel so full that we don't know that there is space to create. Let's point our toes. Lovely stretch on top of the leg. And then exhale, arm down, just everything softens. Palms up, have a moment here. And then left side, inhale, arm over. And same again, let's draw the toes upwards. Push into the heel, feel that lovely stretch in the calf muscle. And lifting the arm, stretch the fingers wide. Point your toes now. And then exhale, arm down, just coming back into your body. Palms up. And then finally, third time, deep breath, both arms over. Let your chin tuck in for a moment, and then we'll just enjoy a nice flex and then point of the toes. Feeling the different sensation in your legs as you move. And then arms down. Palms up, have a moment, just take a lovely deep breath and a long sigh. It's amazing how powerful that can be. Drawing rightly in. And then we'll take an inhale. Exhale up as we just start to stretch our back. And notice how your breath capacity feels today. Inhale down. Other side. Deep breath. Exhale up. Inhale down. And both knees. Deep breath in. And exhale. Inhale down, just holding onto knees, gentle rock. We'll take our feet up into the air and work through a warm up this way, stretching fingers, stretching toes, and then making fists and wiggling the toes, thumbs in, thumbs out. And just really thinking about your toes and your fingers when we do, so easy to just drift off. And then wrists backwards and forwards and your ankles. Rotating gently. Hearing all the little clicks perhaps now. Other way. Just enjoying your body. And then arms down. Keep the legs raised and we'll cycle. Tuning into the knee joint. But also you might feel a little bit of a stretch through the back of the leg. Any sciatic you might gently feel here. And then just reverse that cycle. You might feel gentle engagement in your belly now. And then we'll hug knees in. Just take a little bit of a softening into the abdomen. Put that left foot down, right leg raised, and then big circles. Noticing what you feel as you bring your leg up, whether you can feel that kind of deep stretch in the buttock and the hamstring, and then other way. Lovely. Swap sides. Same again. What feels different? Often my left leg's a lot tighter. Noticing if you've got a similar subtle difference in your body, and then just other direction. Lovely. Draw the knees in. Have a little rock. We'll just bring the feet to the mat and do thread the needle. So left foot on right knee. Hug round your right thigh and just draw the leg away towards you. How does it feel? Noticing that deep stretch in the buttock, thigh, round the left hip. And then drop the foot down, we'll swap to the other side. Right foot on left knee. And then bringing your left leg towards you. What sensation do you feel? And also, kind of how tight is your body? How tense is it? Is there an ability to just gently sort of relax, the calf muscle, the inner thigh? Soften the pose. And then we'll release. Let's roll up to seated. We'll just do our upper body and neck and arms. Come on your cushions if that feels better for you. So Chin Mudra. Have a nice length in your body. Notice if you naturally kind of slouch here and just sort of have that lovely lift. Not so that you're too rigid, but just comfortable. Like someone's just lifting you a little bit here. So drawing the eyes closed. Tune back into your breath. Notice if it's quite shallow or erratic. And we'll take our chin down to our chest. Pausing to notice that deep stretch. And whether it's painful or there's discomfort, and just notice. Chin up now. And then down again. What side do you feel any sensation? Is it your left or your right? Chin up again. And then centre. Tilting your head right and left. Just a very short pause just to really notice what sensations you get. So just do these twice. Come back to centre, and then we'll go gaze over the right shoulder and left. Coming back to centre, and then chin down, and we'll do a full rotation of and the other way. Lovely. Coming back to centre, and then just bringing your hands on your shoulders, and we'll just loosen up whatever feels tight here. Not just the shoulders, you can feel this in your upper back. Lovely stretch in your chest. And then other way. Okay. Coming off your cushions, we'll just come into butterfly for a moment. See how this feels. It's just a warm-up stretch, so a gentle lean, nothing too intense. But just connect with your breath again. Bring the breath to your belly. Take a few moments to feel the breath lift into your chest and into your back of your body. And maybe just gently notice how you're feeling in your hips. Okay, lovely. Let's just do a few more stretches, gentle ones here. Cross your legs, doesn't matter which way. Seated cat-cow, we'll do a couple of twists and then some side stretches. So inhale forwards. Exhale, just round the spine gently. Only leaning forwards as much as you want to stretch into the front of your body. Trying to keep both buttocks on the floor. We'll start to rotate now. Go clockwise. And you don't have to move very far to really enjoy that sensation you get in the side of your waist. You can feel around the hips. And then gently just rotate the other way. Nice and slowly, being really observant of all the muscles that you feel like you're using when you come into this movement. It's really interesting when you do these little movements, because we don't do this in the day, do we? A twist or a swivel like this. And you actually think, oh, I have got muscles in the side of my body. They're there. Come back to stillness. Lovely lift through your spine. We come into a little twist. So right hand on left knee, and then just moving your body to the left. Try not to breathe just in your chest. Bring the breath to your belly again. And then we'll come into the other side. Just a nice gentle warm up still here. Can you feel it in your hips? The muscles in your back? Okay, gently come back to the front, and then we'll lift our left arm with our right arm down. Inhale, exhale, lean over. Other side. Inhale up, exhale over. We'll do one more each side. Just move into a little flow. Really feeling it around your side ribs, that area. Lovely. Coming back to centre. Okay, so we're going to do boat pose. This does involve abdominal muscles. For those of you that are needing to be very gentle on your front, I'd like you to just take this very gently, hold onto the legs still, but it will be a nice gentle strengthening of abdominals. So before we even move, draw in this belly muscle and the pelvic diaphragm. And we're just going to tilt back. And that is all that you might want to do if you're being very gentle with the front and your abdominals. Even keeping the toes on the floor, or you can just sort of explore lifting them just to get the balance. It's all about just the balance. It's not about the perfect posture like an Instagram post, and just about engaging those muscles about 30% and coming up and finding some stillness. If you actually just want to keep the feet really low, explore this posture as stillness and then come down. Give your legs a little wiggle if you want to. Just loosen that sensation so we can come back in with fresh feeling. We'll do this again. So a lovely tall length to your back. And again, maybe just explore, play with the idea of the toes come up. And then only go as far as you want to. This is where I'm comfortable. This nice sort of legs are parallel to the mat, half boat. And then we'll come down. Again, just release the legs. And then we're going to release the arms. For those of you being very gentle in the front, don't do this. Be very mindful and just stick with what you're happy with. So coming up and release the arms. For those of you that feel strong here, and let's come out of that pose. Okay, you really feel that around the tops of your legs, and there's a lot more engagement going on in the tummy there. Let's just roll onto hands and knees, a couple of cat-cows. Go do a few cat-cows and then go into wild cat-cow. So allow yourself to just move gently. So exhaling, arching up. Inhaling, belly drops. So as we do this, compare this feeling to the seated cat-cow. You get a lot more movement through the spine here. And just go into wild cat-cow. How does it feel today? And then a few times the other way. This is just a lovely pose to do, first thing in the morning, even if you don't even go into the rest of your practice. Just a nice little movement for your spine. Okay, turn your toes under, and we'll come back into a restful pose with the toes turned under. Bring the head down. It means you won't be able to bring your buttocks all the way back to your heels. Again, nice stretch here. Okay, lift the head. Let's come to standing. We'll try tree pose today. So a lovely grounding pose, root chakra, but also third eye, because it's about balance and concentration, and the third eye is very linked with that as well. So just gently opening into Tadasana, let's get an awareness of our feet, lifting our toes, planting them down, draw the arches up if you need to. Shoulders are nice and rolled back. Okay, and then weight into the right leg. Left foot is the one we're lifting. If you don't feel steady, for whatever reason today, I always encourage just heel to ankle, and then you can just play with the idea of toes coming up if this is where you are, and then you can bring foot up, either above or below the knee, never on the knee. And then notice if you've forgotten to belly breathe. Often it always just is in the chest until we remind ourselves. So focusing on drishti, belly breathing. Let's take the arms up, inhale. Exhale, our branches come wide. Inhale again, draw the energy into your hands and back into your heart. Lovely, and release. Just noticing how that feels through that side. And we'll explore the other side. Noticing, again, if we're as stable or more wobbly. So, focus on drishti. Bring your foot wherever you're feeling comfortable and more stable today. Focus on your breath. Belly breathing. And then in arms up, inhale. Exhale. And together. And to heart. Lovely. Feels good. How balanced are you feeling today? We're feeling quite good both sides. Some days the left is totally not even like the right at all. Okay, we will do a sun salutation. Take it nice and slowly. Just any postures throughout this sequence that don't feel right, skip them, just move on to the next. Okay, so we draw our hands to our heart. Take a lovely deep breath in. And exhale, arms down. Inhale, just draw the arms up, either a little bend or literally just raising the arms, folding forwards. Bend the knees if you need to as you come down, if there's issues with your spine, and then we can straighten the back. Look ahead of us. Hands down, right leg comes back. A low lunge, equestrian. Pause here a moment, just let's enjoy this stretch. Feel whatever you feel through the top hip flexors. And then turning the back toes under, down dog. Grounding the hands, the bases of each finger, lifting that tailbone, feeling strong through the arms and the back. Let's take a deep breath. Knees come down, buttocks back to heels, flow across the mat. Now, if this is too much of a stretch for the belly, just literally come down and then extend legs out and come into a very low posture here. Otherwise, Sphinx or Cobra, down dog. Left foot forwards. Take your time to get into these poses if the hands don't land in the right position. Gazing up and then feet together and sweep up. Okay. Let's do the other side. Just have a breath, center yourself again. Deep breath. Exhale. Inhale. Folding forwards. Every time we do this sequence, it will feel very different. You're a different person each day. Left leg back. Again, let's just enjoy this stretch. Let's not skip through it too quickly. Notice where you're tight. And then down dog. Feel strong here. Nice strong arms. Inhale. Exhale, knees down. Coming back. Coming into whatever pose suits you in whatever way. There are ways of just sort of finding the posture rather than flowing into this. And then down dog. Let's just pause here a moment in down dog and we'll just pace our feet. Walk the dog. Feeling that stretch through the backs of our legs. And then right foot forwards. Gazing up. Feet together and sweep up. Lovely. Quite a nice slow flow. And just testing how you're feeling today. Have a moment on your mat. There are days when you could probably do 5, 6 in a row, and other days where 1, maybe 2 will be enough for what you want to feel. So relax, enjoy a long sigh, and just take this moment to reflect on your body. Check in with your lower spine. Notice if your shoulders can be relaxed away from your ears. Relax your buttocks. How do your wrists feel and the base of your palms of your hand where we've been leaning on them? How does your breathing feel? Does it feel more open? And then we'll draw our knees in. Right one, then left one. One at a time. And a gentle rock. Okay. So feet to the mat. We'll come into bridge and then a very gentle twist. And again, with these poses, you can come into it as deeply or as gently as you wish. You're still working your body to your level, palms down at the side of your body. Engage gently into your belly, about 30%, and a pull up on the pelvic diaphragm as well. So we're going to take a nice inhale and come up. Just pause for a moment. And then gently on the exhale, your next exhale, start to roll down. Place each vertebrae down one at a time, or as if you can imagine each one coming and connecting to the mat. Roll out the lower body. Okay, inhale again, let's come up. Just pause here a moment. Let's take a long breath. Feel it in your buttocks and your thighs and perhaps your knees. And then gently down. We're not coming up too much onto our shoulders. We're just lifting the body. And we'll do one more here. Inhale up. Really grounding the heels into the mat. Notice how your toes touch the mat. All these areas that we often forget. And then gently, as we exhale, come down. Feeling that lovely release through buttocks and thighs. Shavasana. And the tingliness that you get through your legs. Very stimulating on your bladder channel. Whenever you feel anything through the back of your legs, notice if you sense it around your little toes, which is where the bladder meridian ends, the outer little toes. And then we'll draw knees in. Gentle rocks, always lovely to just nurture your spine. It will feel different after each thing we do. And then feet back to that same position. So we can go into this strongly or softly, this twist. If you're being gentle with your abdomen, literally a little sway with the knees at the top, just to get a sense of a stretch in the side of your body without worrying about too much in the abdomen. Okay. Arms can come out level with your shoulders if you've got the room here. And we'll take an inhale. Exhale, drop the knees towards your right, only as much as you want to. And you can do this very slowly. Inhale to center. Exhale left. Sometimes I like to start very, very shallow and then just carrying on. My body just allows itself to deepen. It feels right just to go slightly lower, but not to start with. As you move, test the muscles that you have to engage in your lower back. Do you feel safe? Do you feel in control of your movements? So just enjoy exploring your body in whatever way it wants to move today. You can move the head in the opposite direction if you want to. So we'll do one more each side, a right and then a left, and then we'll come back to the top. And then again, just take a moment in Shavasana, observe your body, have that connection with whatever feedback it wants to give you. In a physical way, but in an emotional and a mental way. Sometimes we just get that idea that drops into our mind, or there's a solution to something, or we just have a knowing. It's really lovely just to have this connection. Mind, body, spirit. Deep breaths. Notice how much tension you're still holding in your body, even here. Through the back, neck, shoulders, wrists. Yoga isn't always about moving on your mat. It's about your connection to your breath. It's about your self-study, your internal truth. So let's draw our knees in. Have a little rock. Okay, coming to standing. We'll work through Trikonasana and Warriors. And again, this can be to whatever range you want to do today. So beginning with your feet about a leg length apart, not hip distance. As we lift our arms, we lift our energy through our body. We ground our feet, we rotate the wrists up so that we activate our biceps, hands to hips. Lovely lift. And as we do this, we feel better, we feel good about ourselves. As we take our left foot in and our right foot turns out, we swing our hips back round so we're in a nice alignment. Extending right arm. Now gently come down, only where you want to, and you might be quite high in this today. You might often be able to come low, but you might just want to be very gentle, taking that left arm up. And then once you're in this position, you can maybe explore coming down, but try not to curl that left shoulder forward. I see a lot of people kind of try and get down, but they're not in a nice alignment. It's as if you're being squeezed between two panes of glass. Lovely. Come up. Let's come into Warrior Two. Let's spread our feet a little further apart, bending into that right knee, and then sinking into this lovely strong pose. How does this make you feel? Perhaps it makes you feel courageous, that you can actually, be challenged by anything. And then Parsvakonasana. This has a softer feel, a lovely side stretch, and we work into our gallbladder energy here. Feel that nice stretch over the hip, and then we come up. We're going to rotate our feet to the other side, so right foot in, left foot out, and then Trikonasana. So straighten that front leg, and gently again, just come down. Listen to your body, whether it's the side of your body or the legs that you're feeling. Gently come up, we bend into that left knee. Spread your feet if you need to, or you might be in the right position. A nice strong warrior pose. Now, even in this pose, think about your toes and the weight in your front foot and your back foot. Notice if your body feels collapsed or whether you can have that lovely lift. Dropped shoulders. Drishti is your middle finger of your front hand. And then side lunge. A nice movement, slow movement into this stretch. Notice if your fingertips of your raised arm, you can feel a little bit of a tingling where you've activated this energy all down the side of your body. Lovely. Come up. Forward facing feet. We'll rest now as we bring our hands to elbows. Inhale and a gentle fold forward. Bend your knees as you come down. We're just going to rest the back. Rest the head and the neck. Everything is just relaxed and suspended. Deep breath, and you can feel your back ribs open. Nice long sigh. As we drop the hands to the mat, we're going to walk them forwards, so it's like a wide-legged down dog. Only come as far as when your heels want to lift away.
And try and keep a nice flat back here rather than a tabletop, more of a inverted V position. Notice if you can just relax your neck and your head. Shake your head. Deep breath. Walk the hands back. And then we'll heel toe our feet together and roll up. Nice and slowly.
We won't do chair today. That's very engaging on the belly and the back. I'd like to come into eagle pose, so another standing and balanced posture. Not just involving root chakra, but because we use the arms, it's heart energy as well. So plant your toes down, weight into right leg, and we bring the left leg across. Just let your toes rest on the mat to start with. Left arm comes across, and then right arm over the top, and just twist them so that you can clasp the base of your hand. When you feel ready and grounded, lift your left foot away. You can curl it around the back of your calf if you can. If not, just lift the foot away. Have a gentle bend into your knee, and with a flat back, push your bottom out as we come into humble eagle. And just looking ahead of you. Ooh, a little bit of a wobble there. And then we'll come up and release. Take your arms wide. Get a nice stretch. And then other side, left leg grounded, and then right foot comes across. The right arm comes in front, and then the left over the top. Just twist them. And even here you can feel that lovely stretch. Lift the arms, push the hands away very gently. And then bringing that foot away. Take your time just to come into this pose, find the balance. Humble eagle as we come forward. Oh, this one's a little bit challenging, this side today. And then gently come up. And release. Lovely. Take your arms wide. Feel a lovely energy on the outside of your arms. The yang channels, which are the small and large intestine that run on the outside of our body. Okay, take a moment on your mat. Just lie down. Literally just to observe your body for a moment. Again. Nice long sigh. Whenever you hit your mat, just take a moment to feel what you feel. How does your heart feel now when we're using our arms in that way? Deep breath. Okay, when you're ready, draw the knees in, have a little hug, and then we're going to just bring the knees out to the side so that we come into happy baby, but just have a little rock for a second. Enjoy another deep breath here. And then we bring our feet up towards the ceiling, hands on the sole of your foot, if not there, round your ankle, if not there, the backs of your thighs behind the knees. Whatever is most comfortable. Gentle engagement into the abdominal muscles. This isn't too much of a deep stretch, it's more hips. So sacral area of your body, relationships and emotions. But just notice if this is a pose you can achieve. Deep breath. And then we'll draw our knees in. Another gentle rock here. Again, what do you feel around the top of your legs, the hip creases here? Let's roll up to seated. We'll do Paschimottanasana, which is a seated forward fold. I'm going to invite you, if you want to use a cushion under your legs. This is quite a nice way to get deeper into this pose in terms of your back. So walk your sit bones, or let them connect to the mat, walk the pads of your buttocks out. Normally when we come into this forward fold, there's a real intensity through the backs of our legs, which is lovely, but we don't get much movement in our back. So here we're going to have a gentle flex in your foot. Inhale, raise the arms, and exhale, come forwards. Only as far as you want to. And you can, with the feet flexed, still feel that stretch through the backs of your legs. But just allow yourself to gently explore this, certainly with leaning forward and how your back feels. So with Hatha, we are engaged in our pose, the muscles are active, and that's why we often have our feet flexed. But if you want to come into a bit of a yin energy, release the flex of your feet. Let your legs rotate out a little bit. Just let everything soften, become passive and not engaged in any way. And just see how this changes your body and the ability to just soften into this pose. Let your head relax. There's no need for a rigid spine. Let everything curve, be soft. How does this compare? Very different sensation. And then when you're ready, let's take a breath. Let's lean, come up again. And then we'll come back into butterfly. Those of you that have a bolster, you can bring it underneath your knees. So I'm going to you can come into butterfly as we normally do. Or I haven't got my bolster handy, but I'm going to use this cushion again and just sort of allow it to lift and support the legs a bit. Or you could use a couple of cushions, or even your moon cushion if you've got one. So let's just explore a little cushion here. Taking a few breaths. Breathe deeply. Enjoy the whole movement of your breath from down deep up into the chest, the front of your chest and the back of your chest, the back of your body. Notice if your shoulders are tense and your neck is tense. Are your thighs tense, calves? See if you could just gently relax. We're coming into a little bit more of a yin energy with this particular pose, which is quite nice at the end of a Hatha practice. You've got the yang and then the yin. So we'll lift up, we'll just lean back. Keep your cushion handy because we're just going to raise the legs and use that under the buttocks in a moment. Just lie down in the first instance and just feel whatever you feel. How does your lower back feel? If you just want to kind of rock and sort of tilt the pelvis, flattening that lumbar spine to the mat, that can feel quite nurturing. And then we'll draw our knees in, right one first, then left. Little rock. And then if you've got a blanket, a cushion, anything that you can use just to lift your buttocks a bit, we'll raise the legs. A very restful pose, especially if anyone does have a lot of fluid in their legs. it just lets everything drain back. As you lie here, close your eyes. Bring your focus between your eyebrows to your third eye, Ajna. Relax your cheeks. Soften your forehead. Any tension around your eyes, just try and release. Enjoying some deep breaths. Just let your lower jaw relax. And then we'll just gently lower the feet, bend your knees. Take yourself back into Shavasana. We'll just lie down and do the 3-part yogic breath for a moment. Hands can remain by your side or on your body, belly and chest if you want. It's entirely up to you. So we'll do about 5 of these yogic breaths. So breathe into belly, chest, head. Nice slow exhale. You might find Ujjayi breath comes in a little here. So again, belly, chest to head. Try and relax your body, the backs of your legs, your buttocks. Notice how long your exhale is, whether it starts to lengthen. Let's just do one more. And then when you're ready, come into relaxation. Draw the knees in for a moment, have a little rock. So there's about 7 minutes till past, but I will run over just a little bit longer because I started later. A little bit of time for you to just have some quietness. So we'll simply get into the position that is most comfortable for you, where you're nice and warm and cozy. And then starting from the top of your head, relaxing the hair and scalp. Relaxing your forehead. The muscles that ring around your eyes and eyelids. Relaxing the cheeks, the lips, the chin, the jaw, sides of your head and your ears. Actively relax your shoulders, the whole length of your arms down to your fingertips, the palms of your hands and the wrists. Relaxing the front of your body, the chest and your belly, the sides of your body and the waist, and the whole back of your body, spine, the muscles, and all of your internal organs. Just know that they are relaxed when you think relaxed. Relaxing the pelvis, buttocks, and legs all the way down to knees, ankles and toes. You are now relaxed physically. Bring to mind the idea of a snow globe that has just been shaken and settled down still. You can imagine the scenery within it, whatever you want it to be, but just start to feel that slowing down as all of the snowflakes just start to settle. Still some are floating around, but there is starting to be a coverage on the floor. Visualize this like your mind settling. The numerous thoughts that fly around are just stilling themselves until there is space and clarity and clearness and room for you to imagine. Draw your awareness to your breath now and just simply follow your in and your exhale. And you can say to yourself while you do this, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. And follow each sensation you get around your nostrils as you inhale and you exhale. Know that you are in the gap between your thoughts. You're in this divine moment. And you are connected to yourself. And just stay with this for just a few more moments longer. Just very gently now you can bring your mind back from wherever your thoughts drifted off to. Take a lovely deep breath and maybe a long sigh. And just checking in with how you're feeling now compared with an hour ago. Physically, mentally, where you are emotionally, whether anything has shifted. It's always nice to know how your practice has affected you. So very gently, if you're lying down, just begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. If you're already seated, you can just roll shoulders, maybe the head and neck. And we'll gently, slowly come back into our day as we move into a stretch. Hugging knees in. And then rolling up to seated, we'll chant 3 Oms together. Take your time. Allow yourself just to sort of ground for a moment and root yourself down. So hands to chin mudra. Close your eyes. Take a lovely deep breath in. Just feel that lovely ripple of the Om through your body. And we'll bring our hands together, rub our palms. They might be warm already, but just make them a little warmer. Feel the heat. Lovely red warmth. And then over the eyes, let that warmth come into the face, into the eyes. And then blinking, let the light through your fingers, hands to heart. Om Shanti. Namaste.